In this video, I want to briefly show you a really nice trick for converting the vector form of a plane into the scalar form of a plane. And we can do this using the vector product. It's quite cool. So if I have 3 points, that defines a plane, as long as they're not all in a line, which these aren't. So can we find the vector equation of the planes? Well, that's just sometimes called the parametric form. That's just a point plus lambda times one vector plus lambda times another. So you want to imagine that you've got your plane here, and here are your 3 points, A, B, and C. So what we could say is that any point on this plane could be found by going to a position vector, let's say A, so that's 4, 2, minus 1, then plus any amount of the vector A to B. So that's just the coordinates of B minus the coordinates of A, so that's 3 minus 4 is minus 1, minus 2 is minus 4, and 1 minus minus 1 is 2. And then any amount of AC. So that we can say that's mu, lots of this minus this. So that's 0 minus 4 is minus 4, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 1 minus minus 1 is 2. And there we go. You know, we could, if we want to, divide all of this by 2 because it's any amount of it, but this is fine. This is a vector equation of the plane that contains A, B, and C. Okay, here's the clever bit. Hence find the scalar equation of the plane. Now the scalar equation of the plane is the one that uses our scalar product, our dot product. So that's one in the form r dot n equals a dot n. So what is that? Well, let's go back to our little drawing. It's that any point on the plane R is perpendicular to this line n. Now in reality, what we usually do is we say, here's a perpendicular vector n. And what we really do is we say, look, here's a point there, and here's like a known point on the plane A. And what we're saying is that this vector here dotted with that vector there is 0. What does that look like? That looks like the vector from A to R, that's R minus A, dotted with n is 0. And it's 0 because it's perpendicular. And really, this version above is just the expansion, because if we expand this, we get R dot n minus A dot n equals 0, and hence this. So this is the form we're aiming for, where A dot n is just going to be a number. So how can we do this? Well, we can just find this perpendicular vector really easily using the vectors AB and AC. And why is that? Because the vector product finds perpendicular vectors for us. And we just need a vector which is perpendicular to these two lines, and we'll have a vector that's perpendicular to every line across that plane. So if I just take AB and cross it with AC, this will find me that n that I'm after. So let's do our cross product here with AB and AC. So minus 1, minus 4, 2. And I am actually just going to divide that through by 2 because it doesn't matter how long it is. It's just got to be going in the right direction. So what do we get? We get I times minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Then we get j, or minus j, times minus 1 plus 4, which is 3, but it's minus, so minus 3, and k times minus 1 minus 8, so that's minus 9. Okay, well, you know, we can actually go further here and just divide all that through by minus 6 even. So the n that I'm going to use, because the directions and lengths, or rather the magnitudes and lengths, magnitudes don't matter, so I can just divide through by minus 6, by minus 3 actually, and I get 2, 1, 3. The point is, it doesn't really matter whether your vector is going up or down, it's still perpendicular. That's the important thing. Okay, so we have the n, so all we need to do now is plug it into this formula here. So it's going to be r dotted with n equals, and then a is just any point on your plane. You can pick any of these. So let's go with C because it looks the easiest, but we could use any. 0, 4, 1, dotted with 2, 1, 3. Now, what is that? That's 0 plus 4 plus 3, that's 7. So there we have it. The scalar form is r.213 equals 7. And that would be quite a lot of faff to work out without using the vector product. It's quite nice that we have that technique. If you wanted the Cartesian from there, of course, it's trivial because this literally means 2x plus y plus 3z equals 7. So relatively straightforward now to convert from our vector equation of the plane to our scalar equation.